Okay, starfish and seahorses, let's start our week with our story then. Now, I said this week's story was going to have a potato, a pea, and some other vegetables in it. And you might be sat there thinking, well, Miss Coles, that story doesn't sound that exciting, but I can promise you that this is a very exciting story because the potato in this story isn't just any old normal potato. Oh no, he's called Supertato. So just by reading his name, what kind of potato do you think our story is going to be about this week? And if we look at him, we can see we've also got some other clues about him from his picture, haven't we? He's got a special belt on with a special, what letter is this on it? Well done, a big S on it. I wonder what that stands for. What do you think? He's got a mask on. Ooh, superheroes wear masks, don't they? And if you look carefully behind him, what's he got behind him? A big red cloak. So, I don't think this potato is going to be like the potatoes we eat for our tea. I think he's going to be a bit special. Now, I said there was a P in the story, and if you look really, really closely, look, here is the P that's in our story as well. Now, have a little look at him. Do you think the P and Supertato are going to be friends? Or do you think something different might happen between them? I wonder. And I said there was going to be other vegetables in our story too. What do you think they might do in the story? Do you think they're going to be dressed up like superheroes as well, like these two? Or do you think they might be something different? Now then, last week's story took place on a farmyard, didn't it? Do you think Supertato is going to happen in a farmyard? Or do you think it might be somewhere else? Where do you think it could be? Oh, there's so many things for us to think about, aren't there, before we even read our story? Have a little think in your head, see if you can make a guess about what's going to happen. And then, when you're ready, click on and we'll find out what happens in the story of Supertato. Oh, now then, guys, look, we've got our first clue for where the story is taking place. Have a look at the picture. Can you see where is our story happening today? Well done. It's in a supermarket. Let's see what happens then. Some vegetables are frozen for a very good reason. Don't believe me? Then keep reading. It was night time in the supermarket and all was quiet, but crash, bang! Something had escaped from the freezer. Something small and round and green. Something looking for trouble. Big trouble. Uh-oh, what do you think it is that's escaped and is looking for trouble? Help! Help! Cried Carrot. I'm stuck to the conveyor belt. Ah! Cried Broccoli. Someone has drawn on my face. Cried Cucumber. Who was doing this? And was there anyone who could help these vegetables in distress? What do you think, guys? Who is it that's done it? And who's going to come and help them? Supertato to the rescue! Ah, here he is. Look, we thought he might be a superhero. He used his super speed. He used his super strength. He used a flannel and some soapy water. I know who's behind this, said Supertato. There's a pea on the loose. Oh no, not a pea! Everybody gasped. Ah, so that pea on the front cover, he's not Supertato's friend. He's a sneaky pea. Yes, a pea, but I'm out of the freezer now and I am never going back. And the evil pea ran off to commit even more terrible crimes. Oh, blimey, look, he's caught some of the fruit in a basket there. What do you think he's going to go off and do next?
Time for a dip, little veggies. That's enough, shouted Supertato. He leapt towards the pea, but the pea popped out of his hands and vanished into thin air. Supertato set out on a super search. He crept through the cakes, checked the cheese, and snuck up on the beans. Then something caught his eye. Can anybody spot where is that evil pea? The game's up, yelled Supertato, but the pea bounced out of reach and onto a trolley. Supertato was just about to stop him with his super strength when the trolley crashed. No, what do you think's going to happen? And he was thrown down into the icy depths of the freezer. Was this the end for Supertato? Oh gosh, guys, now Supertato was the superhero of the supermarket. So if he's stuck in the freezer, who's going to come and save him? Not quite, but the pea was off his trolley and lying in wait. You're finished, Supertato, he shrieked. But Supertato summoned up all of his strength and ran for it. Oh, it's not like a superhero to run away, is it? The pea nearly had him at the beans and closed in on him at the cheese. He had him cornered at the cakes. So much for Supertato, screamed the pea. You're about to be mashed potato. Surely this was the end for Supertato. Oh, guys, what do you reckon? Is Supertato caught, or is something going to happen to save the day? Not today, my friend, said Supertato. Gotcha! Said the pea. Oh, yes, said Supertato. I set my trap and you fell for it, or should that be in it? And he grinned a super grin. So he wasn't running away. He had a plan all the time. And how clever. He's got him caught in some jelly. Supertato had saved the day. Take him away, he said. And the pea was marched back to the freezer where he belonged. This jelly tastes of pea, said Broccoli, and everybody laughed and cheered. So remember, folks, some vegetables are frozen for a very good reason. Maybe you'd better go and check your freezer, just in case there's an escapee in your house.
So there you go, starfish and seahorses. That is our story for the week. What did you think? Who would have thought that such a tiny little pea could cause all that trouble? Luckily, the brave and clever Supertato was on hand to sort it all out. Now then, there are lots of other stories available in the Supertato series. If you'd like to hear one of them, if you get your grown-up to type Supertato into YouTube, it'll come up with all different videos for some of the different stories and you can watch them there. I'm also going to be reading another Supertato story to you during our Teams meetings this week, so I'll look forward to that. Right, that's the basis for our maths and our literacy this week sorted then, so let's crack on with some of those jobs.